guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Heather and I talk about planners, lifestyle, organizing, all things more of the planner world. But anyways, today we're going to talk about Go Wild. And if you haven't been or haven't heard of Go Wild is a conference that takes place once a year, changes the location every year. It goes typically over like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The last couple years it's been in March. They took a couple years off due to COVID. Like I said, the location changes every year. It's been in lots of different places. This year though was my first year and it was in Washington, D.C. Now, if you're not familiar with me, I live in Florida and I'm not a huge fan of flying, so I decided to drive. So I set out Tuesday afternoon after work, drove to Atlanta because I have family in Atlanta. I spent the night there, saw my sister in Atlanta, and then drove to Charlotte, North Carolina. And in Charlotte, I picked up my friend Stephanie. Now, Stephanie and I met through the planner community years ago. Many years ago, we were set up when they used to do racks, and it was like a pen pal thing. You were given somebody else's information, you signed up for it, and we exchanged emails and phone numbers, and we had talked, I don't know how many times. We met in person for the first time a couple years ago when my family was traveling home from Michigan, and Stephanie lives in Indiana, and so we met in Kentucky basically. Met, hung out, had dinner, and then decided when Go Wild came, we were going to be roommates, of course. So I mentioned Stephanie lives in Indiana. So I have family that lives in Charlotte too. And so Stephanie flew into Charlotte. I picked her up there. And then we actually drove a little further north to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We had dinner that night. This was all Wednesday. Spent the night in North Carolina. And then the next morning, we got up very excited to head to DC. Before Stephanie and I got on the road to head to DC, we had one quick stop to make. We stopped at a local Target because one of the things I'm going to tell you about Go Wild is you have to bring snacks. So we picked up snacks, we picked up water, a few odds and ends. Hey guys, so guess what? I'm in North Carolina, currently Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If you can't tell from the suitcase in the back, on my way to DC. And guess what? I picked up Stephanie.
Hi, we're going wild.
So Stephanie and I are on our way to DC to Go Wild. I picked her up in Charlotte, and now we have like 5 hours, 6 hours on our way to DC. So we hope to see you there.
See you soon.
First stop was going to be in Fairfax, Virginia, at the Erin Condren store before we headed into the hotel. So I've included some pictures from Erin Condren, and there's a little video of the area. You're going to see Erin Condren's store is so brightly colored, just like the planner. It was so much fun because there were so many people there who were headed to Go Wild and who had even like already gone to the hotel and registered and all that stuff, and then had decided to run out to Erin Condren. It was so much fun meeting different people and seeing them in the store and getting to see the products in person. I use an Erin Condren hourly now, but getting to see them and like touch them, getting to see all the products was so much fun. It was one of those things I really, really enjoyed. So after we left Virginia, we drove into DC. We checked in at the hotel and then checked in at Go Wild. And we picked up our bag. There were a few swag items in the bag. If you haven't seen it yet, I have a swag video. I've already posted it. I'll put it up in the cards so that you can click on it when you're done with this video. Check it out, and you'll see all the swag I came back with from Go Wild. We took lots of pictures at registration. If you've never been, there were all these booths set up Chrissy Ann Design, Erin Condren, lots and lots of booths, Instagram places. Erin Condren gave out a pencil pouch. There was a company there called Typical Me, who's out of Sweden and has created a planner, and like they had all the Swedish candy there that you could try and bring home. So many great things. You'll see we had lots of fun taking pictures, getting to go around. I even met Bess from Lights Planner Action. Was so much fun. Really enjoyed it. It was like the beginning of Go Wild, so everybody's excited. Got great music playing. It was so much fun. After we went to registration, we went back to our room, unloaded, brought in all the suitcases, all the things. And then not too much longer, because it was kind of late in the afternoon when we got there, it was time for the welcome party. The welcome party had karaoke, it had the confetti carpet, it had all the things. So many people, everybody was so excited to be there. They had so much fun listening to music, seeing people sing. It was a great night. But to be completely honest, we had gotten up early that day. I had already been on the road for the third day. I was exhausted. And I knew Friday morning was coming early. Friday, if you've never been to Go Wild or never heard of it, Friday morning, you go to a huge conference room, and all the tables are sponsored by different sponsors. So, and they put out different items for you as like swag. It was great. Honestly, the amount of tables and the amount of sponsors was just really mind-boggling, honestly. So I'm going to include a video here of going into the conference and the tables that you're going to see all the different sponsors of everybody there. So before you get to enter, now we were told that you could start lining up as early as 6:30. I heard there were people before that. I think we went down at 7 and then we lined up, and you're going to see the line to go in. Now, I believe I had heard there were a little less than 1,500 people coming to the event. So obviously the line is long. So I'm going to include this little video of the line, and then you're going to see us enter, and then you'll see all the tables I mentioned that have sponsors as well. Now, Stephanie and I had talked about it. We had made the decision that sleep was more important than getting some fancy table. We ended up at Chrissy Ann's table, Chrissy Ann Design's table. I must tell you, I was really excited. If you haven't seen our swag video, or if you've seen it already, you know there was lots of items at Chrissy Ann's table. It was a rainbow theme. I got lucky to get light pink. Pink's my favorite color. So I was, in case you can't tell from the items on the side here. But anyways, pink's my favorite color. I was so excited to get it. So excited to sit there, meet all the people at our table. We really, really enjoyed it. And we're so grateful to Chrissy Ann and all the sponsors, really, that provided items to the people that attended Go Wild. Because honestly, after you've seen the video, like it's just really mind-boggling the number of people that were there. I'm not gonna lie. During your sessions, you have two, we'll say, main sessions. It's Friday, it's from like 8 a.m. to, we'll say, roughly 2 o'clock. And then Saturday, it's the same thing, 8 a.m. to roughly 2 o'clock. Friday night is crop night, which I'll go into more later. And then Saturday night is Plan Jamma, which I'll go into that a little later too. Okay, so Friday was our like big event. So we started the day off with, I'm gonna try not to butcher her name. Her paper, on our paperwork, it said Angel Trinidad. I believe her name is Angelia. She's the CEO of Passion Planner. I was so inspired by her story. She talked a lot about how she started, how she showed us pictures of her and her friends working in her bedroom, creating the first planners. And then eventually she worked in her parents' kitchen. She even paid rent at one point to them so that she could rent out space in their garage, because she really was passionate about her planner, about the business. And I was so inspired by her that I actually bought one. Sitting there, this is the Passion Planner. I was sitting there, she had finished speaking. I think we had a break right after that, and I immediately was like, you know what? I need to check out these planners. And I ended up, this is a daily planner. I like it a lot. And so eventually I started adding stuff. But anyways, yeah, I was really inspired by her story, really inspired how she just started with very minimal and she took it and ran with it. After Angelia from Passion Planner, Amy Tangerine came up. Now, Amy has created a book, and I thought I had it here, and I don't think I do. But anyway, she created a small book, and it was all about creating it for yourself. So she had us take items. I have a few of them right here. So we got like stickers, we got stamps, we got markers. Actually, these are the markers we got. And then we were able to take the booklet that she had given us and add stuff of our own to it to make it our own. It was lots of fun. The thing I enjoyed the most out of it was like just getting a time to like craft. Like I said, we had been up early in the morning. It just was a nice like relaxing time for me personally. That was my thought. It was just relaxing and enjoyable. So after Amy Tangerine was Sierra Friend from Moxie Life. She told the story of how she grew up. If you've not heard it, I wish I had videotaped the whole thing, to be honest, and I didn't. But it was really good. She spoke a lot about her life, about how she grew up. She's been through a lot. And it was just really inspirational to hear her story and how setting the goals and working the goals and how like just the smallest step can lead to big progress was kind of a big thing. After her was Darian, who's also part of Moxie Life, and she talked a lot about a digital planner. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm a paper and pen girl. I thought digital planning was like not my thing. I have a sister who I thought would be like more appropriate for digital planning, but I'm not gonna lie, I saw Darian, saw the things you could do, and I was like, ooh, I may have to check this out. So I ended up like that evening went on and like was looking at some digital planners and started messing with one. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of nice to like, you buy the supplies, but you don't have to keep buying them. Really enjoyed it. I'm still kind of playing with it. I'm new with it, but I'm working on it, gonna figure it out. I still enjoy my pen and paper, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to try something new. It's like every, I think, hour you got a break. Some were small 10-minute breaks, but then they do one. Call it, I think, a happy hour energy break. That was sponsored. There were snacks at that. And then soda, water, or pop, water were also included. So some of those breaks, we also had people dancing, as I'll show you right now. It was so much fun to see everybody dancing. So much camaraderie. People just, it was just fun. It was fun to watch people stand up, have a good time. I'm a bit of an introvert and not much of a dancer, but it was fun to watch everybody else dance. And they really just like let it go and had a good time. Everybody was there to relax and just have fun. So after the break, Chrissy Ann designed is something called Planner Pursuit. Now, last year, I think it was something like Family Feud, but this year it was definitely more like Jeopardy. And so they would ask questions. They had elected different people to answer the questions. They won prizes. It was fun to watch. It was fun to test your memory. You definitely learned a lot about Chrissy Ann, about the planner community, just all different things. And that was fun to watch. After that was a speaker named Alex L. She was a lot about looking internally. There were some people really enjoyed her. I thought she was really good with what her message was. However, she wanted to do partner activities where you like held hands and looked in each other's eyes and like said affirmations, which was really nice. I liked the affirmation side of it. But in my regular life, I'm not a touchy person. I don't like being touched. I don't like being hugged. I am very much an introvert, and I felt like it was pushing me outside of my boundary. And to be completely honest, I didn't participate in that part of it. Stephanie was sitting with me, and so she started writing down her affirmations that you were supposed to say to a partner, and so I started writing them down. I felt like I personally got more out of it that way. But like I said, she was really good. She really made you think. And it was a lot about self-care, I would say, but it was like mental self-care. It was like building yourself up. And I really thought that was really nice. But like I said, she wanted to do partner stuff, and it's just not my jam. Okay, so after Alex that night, after Alex, we got a break. So it was roughly like 2:00, and then crop night starts at 7. So between 2 and 7, you haven't had lunch yet. And so Stephanie and I had made the decision that we were gonna go back to the room, relax. We decided to order Uber Eats. If you're really curious, we ordered from a restaurant. I think it was called Good Eats, but it's owned by, I can't think of his name. Spike, there we go. I just thought of it. Spike Mendelsohn. The name sounds familiar. If you're familiar at all with the show Top Chef, he was one of the chefs on the show. I like Top Chef. I watched it pretty regularly. I was excited to find, it was a casual place. It was like a burger joint. I was excited to find a restaurant by a Top Chef in DC. And so we Ubered it so that we could relax and eat and just chill. Now, Friday night was crop night. Crop night was set up so that you did different like craft activities with different people. And then at the very end of the evening, around 9:00, you had signed up way in advance for a breakout session. Now, I can tell you when the breakout session sign up came, you signed up. I remember it was 3 p.m. You signed in Eastern time, 3 p.m. By 3:05, they were gone. There were none left. Stephanie and I signed up for the crop night with Simply Gilded. I'll go more into that in a little bit. But so crop night started in the main room. The first person to start us off, Zebra. So Zebra gave us all some mile liners, some click art pens. I'm trying to think what else. But anyways, they had us make postcards. And the interesting part of it was that they gave you 2 postcards. And one of the postcards, they wanted you to write a message on it and mail it to someone else. And it kind of went along the lines with Alex L, where it was like an affirmation, like you are amazing, or you're the best sister, or something along those lines, and you would mail it to that person. And so we used the items they gave us to decorate it, to write the postcard, to send it out. They also showed us different ways of decorating it, easy ways so that you could see that it doesn't take an artist to decorate the postcard. And then they were also items that you could take back to your planner, that you could be like, oh wait, I could do this. I remember like learning how to do this. You take it back. And it was a lot of fun. They gave away a lot of stuff. They gave you tickets when you first walked in. And then after you got the ticket, they called out numbers. In fact, Stephanie won at one point, and everybody got different things. I honestly don't remember what people got. But different like sets of different pens. I think Stephanie got like click art pens or something. But anyways, everybody got different sets of things. It was a lot of fun. They were wearing these cute zebra pajamas. It was really cute. Lots of fun. After them was Amber. And Amber is from, her Instagram handle is Damask Love. When they announced her as a speaker, I immediately looked her up. I wasn't familiar with her. And looked at her Instagram and immediately was like, this is my person. She dresses very colorful. very on theme. For example, during February, she wore a lot of like hearts and red and pink. Now that St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I'm assuming we'll see her in some green, or Easter. I'm sure she'll have lots of spring colors on. But it was really fun. Amber was a lot of fun. If you honestly look up her Instagram, like I said, it's Damask Love, DAMASKLOVE. But she was so much fun to watch. So she actually gave out different things too. She gave out, I think, a Cricut Joy, but she gave out different printers, the small kind, and then like the larger kind that print out pictures, both different kinds. And then she handed out sheets of like scrapbook paper, and then she showed us how to fold it, and you end up creating a little mini book. And it was fun. We got to decorate the book with like stickers and stuff, and people started writing in it. And then, like I said, she did the giveaway, and like that kind of ate up a lot of her time, was like between the folding, the giveaway. But like I said, she did answer lots of questions. She really was a lot of fun. So after that, we had our breakout session with Simply Gilded. That's where Stephanie and I signed up for, was Simply Gilded. So they provided us, I'm going to show you a picture actually. They provided us with washi tape, a sticker kit, larger bow stickers. I'm trying to think what else was in the picture. But you'll see in the picture, those are the items we went home with. But anyways, we learned how to fold washi so it makes, like, I call them like pleats. They kept saying ruffles. They're like pleats, and your washi. They also showed us how to fold it so that you can make a bow for your planner. I will admit I haven't used any of the techniques yet, but I have the kit, in fact, they gave us. I have some washi that they gave us that matches it, and I'm really anxious to try the ruffles or the pleats in there. I think it's going to be super cute. And keep an eye on my Instagram. I'll definitely post a picture on there and show you what it looks like. Okay, so after Simply Gilded, that was the end of the night. It was after 10 o'clock. I almost think ours went till almost 10:30. At the end of the night, we were done. Stephanie and I are not big partiers. We went back to our room. We like hung out and talked a while. We went to bed. That was the end of Friday night. Now, I'm going to end the video here. Do keep an eye out. I'm going to post another video for Saturday and Sunday. And then I'll have one more video, which will be my tips if you're going to go wild. Like I said, it was my first year. I have lots of advice. Keep an eye out for that video with the tips and some things just to keep an eye out for, or keep in mind if you're planning on going to go wild in 2024. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out for next week's video. It'll be Saturday and Sunday, and you'll hear the rest of our Go Wild adventure. And then the tips will be the week after that. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next week. Bye.